everyone, hello. Okay, today we have a little dance and a chair workout for you. So this is for all of those guys who sit a lot during the day. Pretty sure there's a fair few out there watching this. And there I am at my desk, and who ends up like that at the end of the day? Low energy, bad for our bodies. We all know that, bad for the spine. Ugh, not good. So, during your day, let's see if we can give you some movement. Yeah. Examples of how we all sit. And it's okay to fidget, but we want to try to find some movement that you can do at your desk that gives you some freedom. So we're coming upright, just tip forward and tip back. So we're sitting right sort of middle to the front edge of the seat and upright, find length through your body, stacking things up, and literally at your hips you're tipping, and you'll feel different things happening in your core and in your back as you go between those two. We're trying to kind of find the center, if you like, of where we're at with this. Long body. Now this time it's slightly different. You do a little roll back. So if you see, I had to hunch forward there. My lower back goes into a slight curve and then I come back up. So you want to, if you go back to the other videos to how to draw in your lower belly, that's what we do first. And then the pelvis, the hips tip under and you go back down. You got to be aware of is that you don't go into a slump. So it's a sort of controlled slump is the way I say it. It's not coming through the upper back and just dropping the chest down. It really is trying to come from the lower. And we take a wee bit of rotation, so feet planted and twisting around through the chest and just a little bit below. So your butt stays really firm on your seat. Nice thing with the chair is you can add in a little bit of resistance, if you like, with the hand on the leg, and I'm using the back of the chair to just easy pull it around. Yeah, a few little extra quick ones. That's what we want when we're walking, so it's great for that. And the side bend now then, hand comes down on the chair. If you've got arms on the chair, you can use them too. If my, what was that arm? Right arm is up, my right hip, boom, stays heavy. Tendency for a lot of us is just to lean forward in it, so we want to try to stay as if our back is against a wall. Again, great way to open up the lungs, let the spine move in a way that it doesn't typically. Whee! Okay, side bend, forward flexion, side bend, and around. So you're kind of making a bit of a circle with your body here. I found holding onto the seat was kind of nice. Again, it gave me some traction. And my spine, if you don't quite get it, it's okay, but just keep your butt solid on your seat. Coming up next is a little bit of a leg lift. So your knee just picks up slightly. Coming up again, lifted. Hopefully now you feel a little bit more upright on your body. And one leg comes up without dumping the spine down is the best I can say. So when the leg comes up, you don't drop, which is quite a lot of core strength. So it's a little core workout as you're at your desk. And great for building strength up in the hips. And we can add a wee bit of a twist. So you turn towards the leg that's lifting, which brings us into a walking feel. And so you're combining a couple of moves now. Hopefully people wouldn't necessarily see you doing these because they might think you're a bit strange. Wiggle feet. So one up, one down, walk it out. Toes up, toes down, heels up, outward, inwards. Gives your hips a bit of movement and frees up those feet from sitting and being locked in shoes. So the next move you'll see is arch and curl. Oh, there's my ball from the last video. We tip forward through the hips, so that's a move we did at the start. But this time with the legs wider, we actually can get a little bit lower. We're trying to keep a long body, and then there's the curl to come back up. So you go forward, tail comes under, spine stacks up. So you're moving through that center line to try to find and revisit the center line at the end. Big back stretch there. All right, we're going to stand up now. Whee! So it's a squat. Alexander technique really went into this and how the head places when we stand. and it's on that sort of diagonal rocket line, as opposed to, might be the next one, the chin flicking up there. So a lot of time people lead with their heads to come up. What I'm going to ask you to do is lead with the whole body in one beautiful straight line, and same as in other videos, we're then trying to get underneath the butt muscles. Now what you'll see is I'm trying to go slowly down. So when I go down slow, it's way harder, and that's often the part of the movement that we're not so good at. So just have a practice of it. Little side sit twist here. So I'm directing one butt cheek to the chair and then the other, and reaching. So if my left butt is going towards the chair, my arms are going to the left. Great way, again, getting some mobility into the hips. Big stretch, reaching through the shoulders so you get your arms freeing up from, again, being jammed at the computer all day. And it just feels great getting movement through the hip joint as well. Then back down into the chair, nice and slow. Okay, this time you have a hinge back and then the leg lift. So this really, again, goes back to an abdominal workout. Keep the space long at your waistline. Lift, zip, tighten, whatever works for you for your belly muscles. And then we lift one leg. Okay, this time we've got roll down. So we're changing the shape of that lower back. And the same, a leg comes up. So hopefully with the video you see the two different shapes my spine made, which are challenging things in a different way. If one of them is easier for you, I would suggest obviously you do the one that's not quite so easy. Right, I liked this chair, it's great. So now I can hinge back. I've got myself propped a little bit on the chair and two legs are coming up. Your aim is to keep your back pretty still. So tendency can be the legs come up and you go into a big overarch, and we're looking at keeping that the same. If it's too much, please just make it a little smaller or go back to the single leg lift. Now we add the alternate legs, so got the same hold position, single leg. And then with the doubles, we're going to go into a twist. So two legs go one way, chest goes the other way. Again, I'm using that arm to lever myself around, so it's really like I'm wringing myself out. If my legs come up, a little bit more challenging, so please again keep your feet down if you feel it is. I had to stop and think there which side I was going. So where's my twist? Okay, feet come down. Now sitting at that desk, often the neck gets pretty tight and stuck in place, so just half rolls of the neck coming through. Your aim is to keep the body still. So as you saw there, I tipped with it. So just aim to keep your body like nothing's moving down. It's purely just your head doing a half circle. And you can hold your head one way. If I put my hand, you see there, my head's going to my right, so my right hand on my left shoulder to really keep that still. And I'm just playing around with where I place my head there. Lots of stretch coming through the side of the neck. Same on the other side. Holding phones can be pretty bad for us. Tips us one-sided on our head, so you might feel one is tighter, and there's a knock-on effect down the body for that. So just a little bit of freedom to come up with that. And then, wait for it. Just a little bit of fun to me to wee on there to come up to you. Do my little dance, wee-hee-hee, because I love sitting on those spiral chairs. Hope you enjoyed that, guys. Put it into practice at work and feel great when you leave. Bye.